It turns out my ex-best friend is an adult baby. I found my only friend in a fandom space for a television show I was involved in. We both made videos in the community, so naturally we found and became fans of each other. It started out with an occasional greeting, and ended in a place where we were talking every single day. I was really happy to have a friend and I could tell she was too. Because we were close, we shared more personal stuff. She was usually very secretive about her past. She had told me she had been a content creator with very parasocial fans, and wanted to step away from that. She did show me some photos of herself and videos from live streams she did, but I knew she was very guarded about her past, and I wanted to respect her privacy, so I never tried to reverse Google image search anything or do any kind of background check. She did open up to me about having a past in adult entertainment work. She made it clear to me that it was in her past, she was in a bad mental state when she was doing it, and she doesn't ever want to do it again. I told her that her past in adult work doesn't make me think any less of her, and I was happy to hear she was in a better headspace now. There were things I noticed over the course of our friendship that were pink flags in my eyes. She was immature at times. She was financially irresponsible. She told people that she was in college, which I didn't question until I learned she had no plans to pay tuition, meaning she was straight up telling people online she was more educated than them despite literally not being enrolled in college or taking any action to become enrolled in college. She told me she made a residual income from YouTube. Because her parents take care of her, she would immediately spend this money on albums, stuffed animals and graphic novels. No savings whatsoever, even for the college she claimed she was going to go to. She's an adult, so I wasn't going to tell her how to spend her own money, but as someone 6.5 years her junior, I was surprised to see her be that much worse at budgeting money than me. One day, 10 months into our friendship, she confessed she had a crush on me. I knew we were romantically incompatible, partially because of the things described above. I decided to word my rejection nicer, and say I just wasn't looking for a relationship at the moment. Things actually seemed to be fine. She was obviously upset, but I assured her that I still cared about her and wanted to remain friends. I towed the line between giving her space and providing her comfort for the rest of the day. I did notice later in the day that she had deleted every single mention of me on her social media account. This hurt, because we had some collaborations I thought we worked hard together on. It was weird, because she was being extremely friendly to me in private while seemingly erasing me from her entire profile. I tried to ignore it, and offer her more reassurances at the end of the day, but she suddenly snapped at me and told me I would never understand her. This stressed me out. And I do have that avoidant attachment style, so my reaction was, unfortunately, to just kind of dip out of that whole situation. I got off social media entirely for the next 5 days. I eventually sent her a message asking to talk, and she said I hurt her and she needed space. We haven't exchanged another word since. Fast forward to 3 months later. I'm at home, putting my laundry away. I watch YouTube videos in the background when I'm doing chores. I stumbled onto one about adult babies. I thought, this is gonna be an interesting one, and continued on. I recognized a voice in the video though. I went to check my laptop, and was shocked to see that my ex-friend was one of the interviewees. In a video about ABDLs. Most of which are seeking a romantic relationship that emulates a baby and caregiver one. Including her. The first thing I did was literally just go outside and take a walk. This situation was behind me, and being hit with this sudden information was just so unexpected. I did watch the whole video. I had mentioned to this same woman at one point that I thought girls who wore pigtails and got braces specifically for doing adult entertainment work were weird and trying to appeal to very strange men. And she saw me say that, and agreed with me, when she knew she had a past acting as babies in a bedroom setting. I tried to drop it and forget it, but later on I did decide to do some more digging. I found out that she has some active accounts, specifically for one of the platforms where she sells her work. I saw there were a couple recent posts, and honestly, my initial reaction was guilt. I thought, oh no, was this something she relapsed into after we stopped speaking? I was briefly angry at myself, thinking I could have stopped it. Only to scroll further and find out she was active on there for the entirety of our friendship. So it being in the past was a bold-faced lie. It's also where all her income was coming from. If she were saving it or spending it on something essential, I could understand continuing it. But I knew for a fact she wasn't. Was the whole "it's in my past, I was in a bad mental state" spiel a lie? Part of me thinks it's still partially true, but I don't think I can believe anything she told me at this point. The way she hid this from me by essentially watering down the truth as much as possible, really hurt. And it made me recontextualize our whole relationship.